That's the fear. The fear is never reaching your potential.
That's it.
That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
It could have been great.
There's people out there that are just working harder than everybody else, and they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's their grind. You know, and those people are super valuable. Those people are so valuable. The Marvin Haglers of the world, the Rocky Marcianos of the world, like those are very, very valuable people.
Yeah.
Because they change everybody's perspective of like what's possible, what to strive for, and what it takes. Like, do you really want to be a champion? Why? Because you just want to be cool? You want to be the coolest guy on the block? Like, you're not going to win. You're going to find some fucking psychopath who just lives it. And it's their whole life. This is just a thing where you gotta not slide off, because the slide off is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Like, the discipline is very hard, but the slide off, it's so hard to avoid the slide off when you're used to eating bad food and fucking around and staying up late and drinking like all these guys do.
Yeah.
It's really hard to be disciplined and just to say, no matter what, even if I travel on the road, I gotta get workouts in. Fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline, because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days.
Wow,
Some
really?
days, yeah, sometimes I got motivation. Some days I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great.
Yeah.
And I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard, because your body wants to stay comfortable. It's just hard when you're when you're not where you want to be in life, and if you're listening to this and you're just not satisfied with your position in life. It's hard to think that way. All you want is that thing, but you gotta somewhere along the line figure out how to enjoy yourself. Somewhere along the line, figure out how to just go as hard as you can, but also enjoy it. Try to enjoy it, because that changes the whole tone of the experience, and I think that makes you more successful. I really do. But you have to make mistakes. You've been there, you feel it, you understand what it is, and then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important, whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important, because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better. And I mean that, in a relative sense, like even getting good at something, forget about victory, like making a terrible book that gets rejected by every publisher, and then writing a really good one and people accept it, and you're like, fuck, I got better. Yes. It's so important, because everybody just wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to sit on the couch. I don't want to go outside, it's cold. I don't want to do this, it's hot. Like, you've got to do things that you don't want to do, because you show your body that your mind is the boss. Your mind is telling your body what to do, and then you have control. This conversation is such a blanket conversation. And when you're talking about people's personal experiences, their personal depression and trauma, people are always very quick to sort of accentuate the negative aspects of whatever they've gone through. No, you're talking about, but mine was worse.
Right.
But mine was this.
Right.
Mine was unbearable. Mine was and I think that's something that our society, for whatever reason, encourages. That's really difficult for young people. I think more so today than ever at any time in history, because the distractions are so many and they're so engrossing. If you get out of high school, you don't know what to do, and then you start playing video games and you're on social media, a day can slip by like that.
Yeah.
A day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year, and before you know it, you're 30.
Yeah, right.
And you
That's
haven't
for
done
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
And that's really common. That's really common today. And I don't think we can ignore those factors, the factors of just engrossing distractions. Look, there's a lot of ways you could look at bad events. You could say a bad event is just who you are, and you just have bad events, and you're a fucking loser, and life hates you, and God hates you, and look at that, happening to Mike again. Can't fucking believe it. There's a lot of guys who go through life like that. And, you know, they could say that they seek comfort in lowering the standards that they expect out of things. So when things go bad and they say, "Look, I fucking knew it," for them, it like alleviates some concern about what's going to happen in the future, because the future is always dog shit. So by doing that, they've taken away the fear of succeeding, the fear of overcoming, the fear of improving, the fear of getting better as a human being.
Yeah.
If you just exhibit the same patterns, you fall into those patterns, whether it's alcoholism or gambling addiction or sex addiction. People fall into those because they're accustomed to it. It becomes a normal part of your life. And I think that's a scary thing for people, is to recognize that they're on a bad pattern and to say, okay, I have to stop drinking. How do I do this? What steps do I make? As much as I like to use like the term "that was perfect," there really is nothing perfect in human beings. There's always room for improvement. There's always a shorter path. There's always a quicker victory. There's always there's always new things to learn. And as soon as you start thinking that you've mastered something to the point of an end, like you kind of missed out what it's all about in the first place. It's all about, you're constantly uncomfortable. You're supposed to be constantly uncomfortable. Bro, you gotta fucking stop. You gotta stop with all this "I can't catch a break" bullshit. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting your shit together, reading a book, meditating, something. Fucking something. But this "I can't catch a break" shit is not helping anybody, and it pushes everybody away from you. But some people, they get caught in that pattern, and it might be their parents, it might be how they were raised. Somebody might have told them they were useless real early on, and it's stuck, and they never feel like they get enough reassurance. They never feel like they get enough motivation. And they feel like other people get more. And they look at all these other people. How come he gets that? How come she gets this? How come he's got that going on? You're not even motivated yourself. Like I want to wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go, "Come on, man, we're going running." Like I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man, get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude? One of the things that people always look for in life, they look for a point where they can rest. They love the idea of struggle as long as it ends, and then when it ends, they're gonna have a nice, comfortable spot.
It must end.
Yeah,
the suffering must end.
Yeah, you should relax, man. You've done so much.
That's right.
You've really done so much. But the idea of reaching this golden year it's a very flawed idea, because it's an idea that you're gonna work hard, but then you're gonna reach the finish line. But there's no finish line.
No.
It doesn't exist.
But people don't understand you, or they misunderstand you, or they purposely misinterpret the way you're living your life. You're trying to understand your mind in a way that very few human beings ever get to understand their mind, because you're taking your mind into these terrible, dark places all the time, and you're trying to pull things out of that. You're trying to learn things about yourself and about your potential from that. When you're young and you don't have any responsibility, that's when you have your options. Well, your options are severely limited the more you gather responsibilities. Like, if I had to, as a 51-year-old father of 3, married man, pays taxes, has a house and a mortgage and a business and all that jazz, if I had to quit everything now and struggle the way I struggled as a stand-up comedian, it would never work. But the only way I could be this person now is if I took that chance when I was 21, when I was dead broke and had my cars repossessed and all that stuff. That's the only way you ever get where you want to go. You have to take a path that's dangerous, and most people want to take the safe path. And the safe path leaves you stuck in quiet desperation almost every time. It's hell. Your attitude has a giant effect, not just on your life, but on other people's lives around you. That's the other thing about it. Those "I can't catch a break" guys, get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks.
Yeah.
I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? I stayed up.
Yeah.
And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong. And then I went back. It's like, I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it. And I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody has. But you got to realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is. It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. This is just little challenges. It's not determinism that makes David Goggins run harder than anybody else. It's will.
Yeah.
It's 100% will. His knees are destroyed.
Yeah.
It's only will that just gets you up off the couch if your knees are destroyed and you run a tidy 30 miles that day.
Yeah.
That's not determinism.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. If it was determinism, there'd be tons of those guys out there.
Yeah.
There's only a small Cameron Haynes, small little fucking handful of these like psychotic people who have incredible will. World champion fighters, you know, Gordon Ryan in jiu-jitsu. Like there's like Gordon Ryan works out every fucking day of the week, 365 days a year. And the people that look at those challenges and go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel.
Yeah.
Like the fuel people,
they're the whole
the people
tank.
that are kicking ass, the people that are out there just fucking hustling, always getting things done. People make those excuses. It just drives me crazy. Because I've seen examples. I've been very fortunate that I have good health, but I've seen many examples. And I've also been very fortunate that I never got out of shape. I just kept working out my whole life. But I've seen people that are fat as fuck, 350 pounds, just barely can get around, and then they decide, I'm going to take control of my fucking health, and then they just do it. They just do it. And even if you just got to walk around the block, even if you walk up flights of stairs, even if you just do a push-up, even if you do a sit-up, just do something, man. Do some body weight squats. Do something. It can be done. If you want to be really great at something, you kind of have to be out of your fucking mind, but you also have to have an iron will.
Yeah.
You don't want to work out every day.
Yeah.
There's going to be days you just want to eat cake and sleep.
Yeah.
But if you want to get past the guy who eats cake and sleeps, you don't eat cake and you don't sleep.
Yeah.
You just have to know like when you're getting sucked into the point where it's becoming detrimental. And I think that's where people struggle. People really struggle with that, like figuring out how much. Like, you can eat a cookie. Nothing wrong with eating a cookie, but you shouldn't eat a whole bag of cookies. You know, you shouldn't eat cookies every day. That's not good. But if you have dinner and you want to get dessert, I'll get a piece of tiramisu. Okay, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You eat tiramisu every day, you're going to die. You know, and that's what social media is. It's dessert. It's candy. It's things that are kind of fun up to a point. But you just got to know what that point is and how to manage your own attention span. It's a luxury that's provided to you by a life that's fairly safe. You know, people that live in war-torn countries and have very difficult lives, they don't have that luxury of just sitting around all day and doing nothing and, I go outside and run errands. That's going to make me feel better. You're dealing with, like, real stress.
That's right.
And I think that there's an expression that someone told me once, and I say it all the time. The worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. If it's you got a dent in your car or it's your parents get killed in a car accident, either one of those things is the worst thing, depending upon the level of whatever stress or anxiety or horrible things that you've experienced in your life. That sort of measure, that's your watermark for what you can and can't tolerate. Well, oftentimes people just need momentum. They need one good day.
Right.
You need one
That's
good
it.
day.
That's why I said to that one guy, just come to the gym one day.
Yeah. If you have
Once.
one good day where you eat clean, you drink a lot of water, and you, like you did, you got that day, you woke up, you put your shoes on, you went for a run, you worked out your driveway, you got a good day in.
Yep.
That's sometimes all you need to do and decide, this is what I do from now on. I have good days.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be another good day, and then I'm going to force myself into another good day. And the next thing you know, I've got some momentum.
Right.
You got some momentum, you could change everything.
Yep.
I've felt many times in my life, I've felt like I could slip the wrong way, and I see it. I see the dark hole, and I go, fuck that, and just go the other way. The problem is when people fall into that dark hole, they think that defines them, but it doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't define you. It's just you right now. You could be totally different tomorrow. You're a human being. You can think, you can adjust, have sovereignty over your mind. You have to control your mind. You have to be able, like, if your mind starts getting anxious, okay, I know we're getting weird. It's time to work out. Okay, I know maybe we should meditate. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that. Don't just keep scrolling. You got to know when and when. But most people don't have that kind of self-control and discipline. They don't have to. The way you can change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And then you have to have a plan. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever shit job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that you fucked up and you got yourself stuck. So whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it. And whether it is you're trying to be an author and if you're gonna try to be an author and you're working 8 hours a day plus commuting plus family responsibilities or whatever else you have, whatever time that you have to attack like you're trying to save the world. You're trying to save your life. You don't want to drown. That 1.5 hours a day that you have to write, God damn, you better be caffeinated and motivated. You got to go. You got to get after it. And you got to have discipline. Most people don't have those things. Most people don't understand what it's like to really go for something. And to know that the consequences of not doing that are horrific. All most people have to do is when the alarm goes off, get up, wash yourself, brush your teeth, eat something, go to work. Do whatever minimal amount you have to do to keep that job. And then on the bathroom breaks and whenever no one's looking, look through your phone, be distracted, come home, watch Netflix, go to sleep, repeat. That's most people. So they don't have to do anything because they haven't set up their life in a way that requires serious attention and an objective sense of your perspective and your interaction with humans and the way the world is working. They don't have the time. They have family problems, job problems, their car's fucked, something's wrong with their house they gotta fix, they have bills, everything's piling up. They need a thing to get them going, right? They need a thing.
Right.
They need a goal. They need sometimes the first step is the hardest. Mm-hmm. Like it's hard to take that 1 million step too, but sometimes the first step is the most. There's something about what do I do? They start going over their phone. They start calling people. They don't get out of the house.
Right.
And there's something about procrastination. It's like, it's painful.
Oh, yeah.
You know you should be doing things, but you just keep doing it. You keep itching that scab. People are immensely distracted. So what social media does for them is it gives them a brief rest from their own problems to just look at some fucking drag queen reading stories to kids and get outraged, or some new thing that's going on with some girl that made some crazy video and now everybody's talking about it. Like, it's just, most people don't have much discipline and they don't have to. And they've gotten through life being overweight, and eating processed foods and drinking too much and smoking too much and taking all kinds of pills to mitigate all these problems that they have because they've not taken care of themselves. So they're on anti-anxiety medication, anti-depression medication, and anti-this and that, and they're trying to lose weight, so they're on Ozempic. And